Gentlemen, when it comes to wardrobes, I think we've all got one that we store our clothes in. But a lot of the time, especially if you've got a really small wardrobe, you struggle to fit a lot of stuff in there. So it's important that you do use the space that you've got really efficiently so that if you want to buy more clothes, you've actually got space for them. But more than anything, your wardrobe often becomes a disorganized mess and it takes you ages to select the stuff you need and go. So in today's video, I'm going to introduce to you 3 useful wardrobe items that I would recommend to you guys to go and get to help you become much more organized in there and also save you a little bit of space. The first useful wardrobe item that I think every guy needs is a belt hanger. And the reason I like to use a belt hanger is because if you don't allow these things to hang freely, often they become bent, and you can see it already starting to happen with this belt here. It's sort of veering off to the side. You can probably see that on the camera. And that's because as you're wearing a belt, if you've got it around your waist, it curves around to an extent and then it deforms out of position basically. So putting it on something like this where gravity can take hold and help to pull it back into position is something that is really useful and dead cheap as well. And I also see a lot of guys, instead of going for one of them, they'll just roll up the belt like this into a ring and then sort of place it next to their shoes. That's a lot of the thing I seem to see on Instagram. And to be honest, there's a couple of problems with this. The first one being, if you're wrapping it really nice and tightly in a ball like this, you're going to be stretching the leather on the outside quite a bit. And sometimes, if it's not the highest quality leather, you can see the real graining of the leather and it starts to split. Also, keeping it, nice and tight is a bit of a challenge. This thing wants to unravel. And also, it doesn't really do that good of a job of getting rid of the bends like you saw on the earlier belt. I just love that when I come in after a day at work, I can just take my belt off and just hook it onto there. Done. Easy, simple and effective. The second useful wardrobe item that every guy needs is along very similar lines. It's pretty much the tie equivalent. Obviously, I suppose you could put a belt on here as well if you really wanted to, but this thing works really well with ties, and it's got these little rubber stays on as well that help to grip on to the tie material so that the ties don't just peel and fall off like that. Because I'd recommend keeping your ties flat stored like this. Don't keep them tied in a knot. It just looks ridiculous. It doesn't look like a fresh knot. You can tell when someone keeps their tie around the shirt that they're going to wear, almost tied up completely. It doesn't look good. This thing keeps your ties in much better condition, and obviously when you've got one of these, you can pick out the tie you want much more easily. You've got a selection right here for you. And the third and final useful wardrobe item that I think every guy needs is a bit of a different one. Stationary pots and containers. You're probably thinking, what are you talking about, Ben? Why would I want to take my office into my wardrobe? And the answer is simple, because when you've got something like this, you're not actually going to use it for stationery at all. You're actually going to use it for other stuff. So maybe you've got that hairspray. Where am I going to put this hairspray? Oh wait, fits perfectly in here. You've got antiperspirant. Where's that going to go? Oh wait, fits perfectly alongside it in here, and you can go on and on with this. What's that? You've got a bunch of your favourite hair products. I know I've got tons of hair products. Oh look, you can get them in organised piles pretty much in here. Fits perfectly. You can fit loads and loads of stuff into one of these. Then you've also got the little pen and pencil pots that you can use as well. Maybe for a brush, or maybe your favourite comb, thinning scissors. It goes on and on. Tweezers, anything extra that you need can easily fit in here. It's secure, easy access. And I decided to buy these things because I constantly lose stuff. I have a really bad habit of just losing the things that I need most. So I decided to go and grab one of these, and it fits loads of stuff in really easily. I'll leave a link to each of the items that I've described in today's video, or at least the closest things to these items, in the description below. I'll leave a couple of Amazon links for UK and US. What's the most useful thing that you guys have got in your wardrobes? Let me know in the comments section below. As always, chaps, if you found the video helpful, make sure you let the world know by liking the video, and also if you are new around here, make sure you subscribe to the channel. This gets you free instant access to each of my 3 videos every single week.